the new XDS110 Debug Probe. Well, if you're already familiar with the MSP432, the CC2650, the 1350 launch pads, it's nothing new. However, this is the standalone version of it, so it allows you to connect to any hardware, and it has some interesting additional capabilities and features. So let's take a look at it in what comes in the box. Basically, well, talking about the box itself, it's comparing to my MSP432 launch pad. It's about the same size of the box, is the same depth and width, and it's a little bit thicker, about twice the thickness of a typical launchpad box. Let's crack it open and take a look at what is inside. Using a small knife, let me go through this. Uh-oh. Hope I haven't destroyed anything. Ta-da! Alright, contents, terms and conditions, and two small leaflets with basic explanations and a nice website to learn more about it. And inside, well, typical USB cable, nice. The probe and a bunch of smaller things. Let's take a look at it. The probe itself. Oh, nice darkened box. It's interesting. It has, differently than other JTAG debuggers, it has two cables. One is for the typical JTAG debugging. It has a TI 20 pin high density connector in it, and the other one is energy trace, the same energy trace that you have in your MSP432 launch pad. So let's take a quicker look at those things later. Here's one small bag with an adapter. That is cool. That is the adapter for the energy trace. So it's a breakout board that actually breaks out all the pins with convenient 0.1 inch headers. So this is it helps a lot with the high density, converting from the high density to the 0.1 inch headers. And there's another bag here. Let's see. This other bag comes with three adapters. A set of three adapters. And these three adapters are from the 20 pin to the ARM 10 pin. Let's take a look at the other. The same 20 pin of the JTAG debugger, but now for the ARM 20 pin. Nice. And by the way, that 20 pin is the high density one, not the older standard. And this is the the 20 pin to the TI 14 pin. Well, that helps a lot. Now you don't have any more problems in actually putting things, trying to decide which board you have, which JTAG debugger you have, and whatnot. So you have it, all the kit here. Pretty cool. It helps a lot in connecting things. Let's take a quicker look, a closer look at the components. Taking a closer look at the probe itself, it is conveniently sized. It's about the same size as a typical launch pad here, and it comes in a nice plastic case with your regular USB and the two LEDs for monitoring the status of the JTAG, and just the nameplate of it. And this is the part where you have the auxiliary cable and the debug cable. The auxiliary cable performs functions not only for energy trace, but also for UART. It has a UART in it, and it also has some GPIO, so you can control things on your target directly from the pod. And the other interesting thing is that in the JTAG is a typical JTAG, but it supports not only JTAG, the 4-pin, but it also supports CJTAG in several modes, and it supports also SWD, the ARM SWD, with SWO trace as well. So basically it's very, very well featured. And the other thing too, physically speaking, is that if you're not using the auxiliary functions, you can remove its cable. If you're not using the debug but just the auxiliary functions, you can also remove its cable. And on the top here, it's just the name of the pod plus an expansion header here. This expansion header is for a future product that extends the dynamic range of the energy trace. The energy trace that comes built in is the same energy trace as the one on the launchpad, on the MSP432 launchpad. Is the energy trace that is fully fledged from the get-go for MSP432 targets. The expansion here can extend this for a multitude of other targets, mostly the wireless connectivity microcontrollers. That's it. I hope you have enjoyed a quick look at the XDS110 Debug Probe.